I think I'm live. I'm not sure. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. I'm going to be by myself today. Jess has an event and she will be selling stuff. It's a Mother's Day event that she had planned. Today, I'm going to work with y'all on making some dog collars, not dog collars, dog bandanas. I have dogs all three different sizes, so I'm going to make show you how I made it two different ways and make it with different material. But hi everybody, it's Stacy A. Bear with Lady BleuBear Designs. Well, I'm gonna welcome in Miss Sharon, Miss Gail, Miss D. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Meredith. Y'all, I am very nervous, so I'm gonna rattle because I'm doing it by myself, and I didn't like that very much. Good morning, DB. Good morning, Meredith. I think I already said that. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, and welcome in. Hey, Jess is going to be in the chat because at her event, she's actually camping right now. I just got off the phone with her. Good morning, Sean. I'm glad you're here because I am a baby beginner. I'm trying to pick small little items to do, the projects to do, so I don't get overwhelmed. Because I'm not a sewer. I just pretend to be apparently. So I'm gonna so anyway, let me back up the track. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna rattle because I'm nervous doing this by myself. I have to take Marilyn's shirt, just breathe. Okay, so what I did was I had got online and I had found a pattern to do dog bandanas. What happened was I was at a event and y'all, they were selling these dog bandanas for $20 a piece. And I got 3 dogs, y'all. So that's $60, and for just bandanas, and I was like, there's no way. That's just, that's just too expensive. I said, I'm going to figure out how to do it. So now that I got the sewing machine and everything, I'm wanting to, let me try it. Let me see what happens. So I got online and I went to a bunch of people that actually do bandanas, and I got a pattern. But you print the pattern out, and it was 4 pages, and you had to take them together. And I was like, oh no! I said, I am not a sewer. So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to take those patterns and I'm going to make me a pattern with the We Create. So I did. So I got, a 12-inch for a small, 14-inch for a medium, 16-inch for a large, and an 18-inch for extra large. So I went ahead and I just cut them all out with the We Create. And then I still kept looking because I was like, I don't know. Good morning, Connie. I was like, this just seems like a lot of work, because you can cut, you put it on a fold line, you cut it, and then you have your 12 inches, right? So I was, but then I kept looking. Now I have the pattern if I wanted, if I needed to go back to it. But I found a couple of other videos with doing it with one square, just making a square out of it. And y'all probably all know your. Oh, all of a sudden. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay. No. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Of course, it's going to do this. Can y'all hear me now? I'm sorry. Thought I had some earphones, but they died on me. I apologize. Okay. So anyway, I see DB. You said you make those. Which ones do you make? Do you make the one with the pattern, or do you make one with just the square? Because to me, the one with the square seems a lot more simple. And I was actually looking at it, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing the over the collar bandanas is because I know of a lady and her dog had just a regular tie on bandana, like the ones you get at whenever you go have your dog's groom and stuff. Um, they got their collar stuck, the bandana stuck on something, and it like to choked them. So I'm doing these with it's going to be the over the collar bandanas, because I don't want to do just the tie on. So that's why, and I guess that's why they're so expensive because I mean they're a little bit more to do and everything. So anyway, so on this bandana, on the square bandana, you can do it two ways. You can do it, both sides are the same, or you can do it, split it in half and cut them in half. And then, matter of fact, I was fixing to iron down, and I'm just going to iron down the center. Now, I think I might end up having to get a regular iron one day because my little baby HTV iron just going to have to is doing the trick for me at the moment, and I just don't iron. But now that I've been working with material and stuff, I have been ironing a lot. I have been ironing a whole lot. So I want to tell y'all too. I finished. I did that cup for Nikki that won the other night and sent it out to her. She got it yesterday. She said she liked it. She wanted a butterfly, I believe is what she wanted, is what she asked for. And then so I went ahead and did that because I hadn't made it yet. And I don't know if y'all knew, I did the exact. I did the exact print and everything, the file that Shay Shay and Jess did. And my 40 did it in like 22 minutes. My 40-watt week rate did it in 22 minutes, just FYI. Because they said I did put it in our Facebook page. If y'all want to take a look at that. But I did put it in the Facebook page. So I'm very well, apparently. Because this is not saying down. The girl in the video did it a whole lot easier. I did make one already. My big dog, my Merlin, he's a golden doodle. He doesn't like not having a bandana on because you take it off and he'll follow you until you put it back on. He likes his bandana. But I do like doing the. I like the idea of making their own bandanas, and I'm also going to the Dollar Tree today and get some collars, and I'm gonna put them in this material so it'll match. I'm gonna redo their material, just cut the hardware off, and use it and cover it with the material that I got. And I got this material, if you're wondering, I'm pretty sure I got this material from Joann's. I had sent my nephew over there to get me some. I'm going to end up burning my fingers. I'm just FYI. And I'm not able to see the chat, y'all, so bear with me. And Jess is in the chat, so if y'all have any questions, she can tell y'all. If y'all have any comments, y'all probably I'll need to go back to the comments because y'all will know a whole lot more. Y'all, so I do not, and so I just want to make. I'm learning. I'm a new baby. I'm a baby beginner at all this. So I'm trying. I'm trying to see what I can do. Anyway, good morning, Renee. Glad you made it this morning. Good morning, Nikki. I was just telling that you said you got your cup yesterday. Good morning, Miss Alice. Good morning, Nova Ord. How are you? Okay. So anyway, so once this is out, you're going to do, depending on the size of your dog's neck. And I had taken my dog, and I'm measuring his collar that fits him fine. And I'm just measuring it, and the material is about 11 inches. So on an 11-inch dog, you have what size square you cut, depending on the size of your dog's neck. So my dog is like right at 11 inches, and they said 10 to 11 to do 6x6. But I went ahead and did 7x7. To me, I'd rather it be a little too big than not big enough. And I guess it doesn't matter because it's going over the collar anyway, And then, but I have all those sizes. If y'all are interested, I can put them all in the description. But it'll say like if your dog is 10 by 11, 12 by 14, 15 by 16, and it tells you what size square to cut, and then it also tells you what whenever we're doing this part is what size fold over that you need to do the bandana. So it'll be kind of like this. If you could see that. Can you see that? I'm not sure if I can or not. So, but yeah, so on his, I'm gonna do a 1.5 inch inseam. Is that what you call it? Or flop over? And yeah, I lost I swear I had my measuring tape right here. Not my measuring tape, but my measuring ruler. Okay, I'll just use this. Look, got me some rulers. So this is going to be a 1.5 inch inseam or turn or flip over or whatever. So this will be right here. And y'all bear with me because like I said, I'm really, really new to this, and I second and triple question myself constantly, making sure I have it right. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Like right at 1.5. And this whole thing keeps going off. So it's like, stay on for me, brother. Stay on. So I'm just going to press it down real good. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Like I said, I'm not sure if y'all can see me. I hope you can. Anyway, so this will be about right there. And you're just going to do a little a seam just to basically hold it down, or for looks. I'm not real sure. But to hold it down for sure. That's and I'm thinking I'm going to do it with it like this way. And it's not really going to be any sorry. It's not going to be like it doesn't need any security or anything like that. So I'm not going to back stitch on it or anything because I'm not going to have to dig through this, I don't think. And this is to do like 1/8 of an inch, and I'm not sure what 1/8 of an inch is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, y'all. If I don't have my cheaters on, I'm blind. Just saying. So here we go. Like I said, I'm like the old lady Sunday driving on this sewing machine. Okay. Pull that off. And do the same on the other side. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any steps. That's why I keep looking at my notes just in case. Like I said, I'm a baby beginner. You know what I found out? Because I don't know why. I always thought that you had to push the material through, when I realized, no, you're just guiding it. Basically, you just guide it. I was like, I'm like, okay, that's different. I don't know why. I always thought you had to actually guide, like push the material through. I didn't realize the machine just took it. That might why I was terrible in home ec. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Me and my brother both. My brother taught me this when we was in home ec because I knew I was not going to sew because just I knew I wouldn't because I'm not very good at it. And so he says, put your we had to everybody had to sew an apron to get out of home ec. So I he says, put your apron at the end of class. Put your apron in your book sack. He said, and bring it home, and Mama will sew it for you. And so that's what I did. So I didn't have to. I just let my mom sew it for me. So you can cut these off if you want to, or you can just leave them on. It's up to you. I don't know which one I'd rather just yet. So anyway, I'm just going to flip this over and let it line up. You know, everything's going to line up, and then I'm just going to press it again. Okay. Because you're going to actually do it this way. And I messed up my seam. Okay. You're actually doing it wrong side out or whatever. So somebody was saying the other day, I think it was on Rachel's live, on Bias's live. They were saying, iron to the dark side, iron to the dark side. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I had to text Shay, what is iron to the dark side even mean? So she says, she said the dark side of the fabric. And I'm like, what if it's not dark? How do you know what to do? Anyway, so you're going to fold it face to face. I think that's what the proper term is. And we're going to just make a seam right here from this edge all the way around. So hopefully I will be able to do this without too much mess. So in this one, I think you're going to do it on a fourth. That's, I believe what they say, or an eighth of a seam. And yeah, and if I'm doing something wrong, please tell me in the chat. That way I can go back when I go back and read the comments. I can I'll know if I should be doing something differently. I am going to do a back stitch on this one because I think this is what's going to hold it together. So, and I don't want it to fall apart. And like I told you, I'm a baby sewer because I don't sew very often. I'm just learning. Oh man, I should have left that down, huh? And the needle down before I turned. See, I told you I make mistakes all the time. Anyway, and if you don't tell me, I won't ever figure it out. So, okay. I don't know if I have something wrong right here, but every time like I take it out, it comes out with like 3 strands, and I don't know if it's because the way I'm ending it or not. But anyway, I'm sewing on a Brother XM 2701. It came with my embroidery machine. Oh, and also if you wanted to, I could have embroidered the dog's name on the on it, but I would have needed it to do it well before this stitch. I probably should have done it as soon as I cut it and made it, put my embroidery on it. So it's cut the tip right here. Just gonna cut your stitches. I thought I put the stitch. Anyway, and then you're just gonna turn it. You're gonna flip it out. Okay, flip around, flip around, flip around. This one's pretty small. I couldn't imagine doing a small one. But let me show you. I was playing with one, and I thought my dog would be a small, because he's kind of small, and I figured his neck would be a small. Well, I found out no. my dog are not small compared to some dogs apparently, because y'all look at this. Can y'all see this? Look at this. What kind of dog does this fit in? Surely there's not a true dog that fits in this. I'm like, that's crazy. So anyway, so here's my, now all I'm going to do is make like pretty stitches. Basically, it's going to go from here to here and then down and up, just to make it, that thing got hot. Just to make a pretty stitch. I think I'm going to use one of my marker pens. I feel like I did something wrong. Does it doesn't to me. I probably should have went with the bigger for him. I think those sizes might be off just a little. But I know I cut it on the right side. Actually, it cut a little over because I was afraid of that. And I do have some marker pens somewhere. I thought I did anyway. You know, the pilot ones that you just it just I don't know. We're gonna go by eye, which that's not a really good idea for me. But hey, we will see. We live and learn, right? But this is a new adventure for me. Something I said I'd never do. And whenever I was doing this, one of the ladies said something about changing the stitch, because this is just a pretty stitch, and I don't know enough about that to start doing that kind of stuff. So I just like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave it where it needs to be. So this time I left it down. I'm gonna go back down again. I'm telling you, this doesn't look right. We'll see. It's like my trunk is not long enough or whatever. Now that was one thing on the other pattern that I had. There was very long trunk on that pattern, so I may do that one as well. Well, actually, I do have that one. I have my dog in that one right now, my big dog, because I did his last night, trying to make sure I knew what I was, kind of what I was doing. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all do shows and stuff, this is like a big seller at the shows. I mean, obviously you got to do it better than I'm doing it, but yeah. See, whenever I pull out the thread, see, there's like 3 threads here. I don't know if apparently I'm doing something wrong, obviously. Obviously I'm doing something wrong. Or I need to rethread or something. Because I'm like stuck in a nest right here. So, and you put yeah, this is not going to fit. Naturally. Of course, it's not going to fit. I want a basket to throw all my ins and out, all my threads in. Apparently, I went too high on this side. So, or I just got a really thick collar. Not sure. So, yeah. Yeah, it's too short. It's too short. See, it doesn't look right. Something's wrong with it. It's not long enough. I started on one side and ended up on the other. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm kind of cray-cray. That's what happened. So anyway, I'm gonna throw this one together real quick. See if I can get one I can actually use. I'm gonna do my ends at a 1.5 again. Is it turned off? No. I'm gonna do it one more time, y'all. I'm sorry. I figured this would be a quick video, but not with me. It would be too easy. So okay, I'm gonna try it again. And now this one won't be two-sided. Well, it won't have. It's not reversible. You can use it the same on both sides. It will be the same on both sides. So I'm guessing you go from the tip, like here to here. That would make about 1.5 inches. One and a half inches. I'm gonna put it. Oh, I got a mess over here. I forgot. There we go. I had an extra piece of thread. All right. I have a lot of practicing to do. Let me just say that. I thought this would be easy enough to come on live without Jess, and I made a mess, of course. And we don't always do stuff we want to do. We always do stuff that that's new. A lot. We do a lot of new stuff around here. Um, oh, let me tell y'all while I'm doing this. My husband called me yesterday, and he sewed some boards. He needs me to ship all over the place. Some cutting boards. He's got some really pretty American flag with the eagle on it, cutting boards. And there's a lodge in Florida that wants some, and so we went to. So he asked me to ship them. So, and the shipping wasn't near as bad as I thought it was going to be for the. So now I'm going to just flip it back over, and I'm going to sew those things. I think I need to make sure I don't go too high this time, because I think that's what happened on that one is I went too high and it for the. Or maybe I needed to do a bigger seam allowance on the whenever I attach the two together. I probably needed a bigger seam allowance. Who knows what I did? So anyway, I'm going to hold these two together, and we are going to just sew it down the seam. Anyway, so I said, okay, well then his wife or somebody sees the board, and she brings it to the lodge they're with y'all, and they're thinking they want 100 to 200 of these boards, and I'm like, what? 100 to 200 boards? Are you crazy? I said, and surely they want that, after you come back, right? Because I'm not 100 to 200 boards. That's a lot, So, yeah. So we're waiting to see what I said. They're gonna have to wait for you to come back because I don't do all that grouting and routing or whatever it's called. I mean, I said I can burn all day long on my wheat crate. Like I do it all the time, I said, but I'm not doing this one by myself. I thought I'd have to have an assembly line and or no job, but I can't do, I can't do that. That's too many for me by myself, and having a full-time job while doing it. It's not feasible for me. But when he's home, he has all the time in the world because he's always looking for things to do. I mean, I can get him out of the grocery store. Thank God. He's constantly, that man spends more money in the grocery store because he doesn't eat frozen meat. He doesn't like frozen meat. So he likes to eat fresh meat, which is it's kind of expensive. And I don't know, but my daughter-in-law's mother's the same way. She don't like frozen meat either. She says it tastes funny. I don't know. I'm like, meat, just, cook it. As long as it's cooked, I'm good to go. All right, so we're going to flip this one out and see if I got a better. Yeah, this hole feels a lot better. Let's see. Oh, let me clip this tip. I think that's what I did. I think my hem was like whenever I sewed it around, I sewed it too long. I don't know, or maybe they're just supposed to look weird. I don't know. Okay. Let's see if I can get this one out. Oh, I did do a little video. I'm gonna be doing a beginner quilt. You know, y'all see me making this dog collar. Can you imagine me doing a quilt? We'll see how that works out. That's might be a disaster in the waiting, but we will see. So yeah, it's still small. Maybe it just this is just not the size that you need for your animal or me. I don't need for my animal because this seems awful small. I mean, he's small, but I don't think he's this small. Let's see. Then we'll put the pretty top stitch on and again and do it again. Now, when I did the other one with this pattern, and I may go back to this pattern because when I did this, these patterns are a whole lot bigger on it. So, I really don't think this is going to fit again. Yeah, no, I think his collar is just too big. Yeah. And then it's trying to go inside instead of outside. So, but this is something I can do at home and I can keep practicing, and I will. I'll keep practicing at it because it's not going to beat me, but it just, it's going to drive me crazy. But like I said, when I did the other one for my big dog, it worked fine. This all came out fine. It didn't come out too little. So I'm assuming these patterns are probably, but look, it's so cute. And it'll work for him. I just want to take him in public. For what? I'm not crocheting. Who's saying I'm not? Connie, you can forget crochet because that's just not going to happen. So that's it. That's all I want to show y'all today. Is I wanted to kind of be quick because I know Shay Shay's coming on at 10 today, and I don't know if oh, Evelyn, I'm sorry. It's a dog bandana is what it is. It's a dog bandana is what I was making today. And like I said, I'm doing really, really bad at it. So there's always that. I hope let's see. Did I miss anything I needed to see? Good morning. Thanks, Sean. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it again. I just think this pattern is too small. I think I did it on the too small pattern with the size collar I have, because and I actually think because he's a small dog, and I kind of this collar's like really heavy for him. And this is one of the ones we got at the show. So, but yeah, I mean, these things were selling like hotcakes over there. If I can figure out how to do it, but I am going to go. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree today and I'm gonna pop out all this hardware and hold on a second. Let me show y'all Merlin's collar because his came out good. Merlin, come. Wait, he has to get off the couch. He's tired. Hold on. Come. Let's see, buddy. See, this is Merlin's I made last night. See, his came out good. But I did it with the patterns from my laser. I did it from the patterns. See, he's not going to move until I put his collar back on. Come on. Yeah, but this is the one I made last night. I actually made it a little too big, if you want to be honest. And I did it the reversible sides on that one too. So yeah, see, he's not going to move until I put his collar back on. All right. Okay, you good. So, but anyway, y'all, thank y'all for coming. I'm glad y'all was in here today. I'm glad y'all spent y'all's time with me for a minute. If y'all don't mind, if you like, subscribe and share would be great. Me and Jess will be back next Saturday. I don't think she has anything going on. I don't think I have any. Yes, Evelyn, that's his necklace. It really is. Yeah, he's also that, he's spoiled. He's very spoiled, but he thinks he's a small dog. That's one of the issues. So that's not good. But bye everyone. Hey Jesse, I didn't see you come in. Y'all, I'm sorry. I was so nervous. I was just, yeah, I was just trying to get it over with. But everybody, I'm gonna go over to Shay's channel and watch them do that first block. And I like I said, I appreciate all of y'all coming in, and I thank y'all. And I will put everything I got in the description. If y'all need any, if y'all have any questions or anything like that, y'all let me know. All right, bye. Y'all have a great weekend. That was horrible. I did terrible. Oh, why isn't it ending?